Hey guys, I know it's early, but I got a few things I'm going to do here before I start the class, so I thought you might as well watch with me. I'm cutting up some paper for some more ATCs. I'm getting ready to mail you guys stuff out. Hopefully I'll have it done by tomorrow. If you've been listening, I had some problems with my, I went from a laptop to an iPad, not thinking that was going to be a problem. Well, it was. So I spent the last couple of days just tearing my brains out. Didn't want to buy another laptop. Well, it turns out that Facebook is upgraded to newer devices, including iPads and stuff like that. The problem was I used Safari, and you have to go to Chrome, which I did have on there. So now I got to go to Chrome, but it's much more business page type, which I'm on now. But it's not the Chrome one. It has all these extra things that you can do, like put things in my group. So, which I'm going to be downloading these between tonight and tomorrow. I got some more fun stuff for you. You can make this cool gingerbread wreath, and it's got like all the gingerbread people right here. This will be getting downloaded now that I can do that. And then there's I'm going to download the little wreath form. So they'll all be in here tonight or tomorrow. I'm like just brain fried trying to figure out the newest desktop hardware, which is not easy, but I did it. Proud of myself. I asked 1,000 people in my business group. Nobody knew how to do it. I figured it out though. And this too, a little coloring page. All right, so those will be going in later. And right now you can watch me cut up some paper. Hey, Jim. So I'm going to cut up some paper. This is this little thing I bought. Let me get you guys up here. This is so handy dandy. I think it was like under $10. I cut one piece up. I measured them with just measured it with a pencil, Now I'm going to do another long one here. I just move it over. I got you can never get them quite even. I kind of, some of these, like especially the ATC, I want them really even. I get that thing all the way through. There you go. So now, save this piece. I can do this later. This is watercolor paper, by the way, guys. It's a similar feeling. I did this one a little too small, but that's okay. A similar feeling to, regular paper, but it's a little, to a similar feeling to a playing card, which is what you want, because this is going to go either over the top of this, or that's going to be the entire card itself. You don't necessarily have to use a playing card, but if you want to, that's what you do. Wait a minute, I don't want that. I want this one. So it's a lot easier than trying to cut it all even. And they keep cutting and cutting. Next thing you know, it's worse than it was. This is just a little handy dandy thing to have if you're going to be doing a lot of ATCs. There is smaller ones, but I do stuff that's bigger, so you could save these scraps. Yeah, so this is how I get a lot more cards done. Because I got a few more to make because we're trading today, or this week, for Christmas. So I was short a few, and I want to do some more. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but it's going to be Christmas. And it'll be in our our card trade for Christmas. Let me see, right here. See, now, oh crap, I did that one crooked. See what happens? Because I moved it. Like this, press down. Yeah, that's better. A lot easier than doing it with a pair of scissors. I mean, there's no problem doing it with scissors. Just, sometimes it just doesn't come out that even. Now these are all nice and even, and I can use them for my cards. A couple of them are a little small, a little bigger. This one's a little too big, but shorten that up. So I got that done for later. Now here's the tracer of the one we're doing right here. I went, I'm in the PPHQ, Paint Party Headquarters. They do paint parties. And they have stuff that we can use, but some of it you can't use unless it's paint parties. It can't be used for online paint parties, but some of the things like these can be used, and I use them in my private group But this is a PPHQ design. All right. Let me get my comments up so you can see. For the ATCs, they're the same size as a playing card, Jim. I think it's like 2.5 by 3.5. Hold on, let me look. I think if you go in the chat group, Barb put on there what size it is. Yeah, see. It's 3.5 the length, and then 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 for the narrow part. So that's basically, I mean, you don't have to do it that size, but like in the guide section, I have little cards that you can put on the back that you put your, it says name, you know, what year you did it, what you used, stuff like that. So it goes on the back of these. Now, a lot of people, I use these sometimes, I use my cards, and I will, Barb's been doing it a long time, so she could tell you a lot more than I can, but the few of the girls have been doing this as well. You put this over the top, then you put the other one, I downloaded it into my copy paper on the other side, and then you'll see I've done some videos on it. And you'll see there's a lot of ephemera for different things you can put on these cards. You know, paper stock, you can paint, you can do whatever you want. And then usually I edge it with some ink. So it's up to you what you want to do. 2.5 by 3.5, Jim. All right, so I got this, I just downloaded this to copy paper size. So I got these heavy duty watercolor paper, and I transferred it. You put the ink side down. If you got a copier, you can go to the library, which I forgot about that. I kind of made this thinner. I thought it was too thick in the picture. And then he only had one big thing on the bottom, and I was like, what is that thing? It looked like a big purse. So I added, you know, little buttons. Now, I can't find my template for my snowflakes that I used last week. But if you got templates for snowflakes or anything like that, that would be really cool back here. So you can, you know, I give you a creative license. So you can change up anything, anytime that I do and make it your own. So I just thought this was really adorable. And I thought it'd be pretty simple for tonight. I think everybody's busy right now. I made another batch of cookies. It was a project because I used to be able to whip up just dozens and dozens of cookies, and one took most of the day between trying to figure out what was going on with that desktop version and, you know, talking in my groups and, you know, talking to my kids and just Christmas stuff, you know. All right, so I think I'm just going to do like a light blue. I got a baby blue in the background, which I think would be pretty. It'll look more like snowy kind of scene. Just some basic baby blue, whatever you got. Or you could take some blue and white. I think that would look great on the for the back part here. It's called baby blue. And then I think for the star, I'm getting low on yellow. I got a gallon out there, and I finally found some things I can put all those different colors I had the gallons in. But I haven't done, I think I got just enough yellow here to do this star. And I got some gold too. And I think I'm gonna make the hat a red, bright red, and maybe some gold in there too. And then white and bluish purple down here to make the snow better, you know, to give it like some texture. All right, so let's do the background first. All right. I think my dog has the worst timing. If I decide to eat breakfast, he decides he's got to go out. I go to the bathroom, he decides he's got to go out. If he sees me working in this room, he decides he's got to go out. I mean, he's just like, he'll go out 40 times a day. He also must drink 7 gallons of water. I only give him a half a bowl now because it's a big bowl. He like slops it everywhere, and I'm slipping and sliding through the house, you know. Told you I put a bunch of rugs down. And then the snow. He goes out this morning. He's been out 2-3 times. And he goes out there, and he's like rolling in it, his nose, his body. I'm like, come on. He won't come in till he's done rolling, and he's like soaked. So it's like, he's nuts. He loves the snow. Won't go out in the rain, though. All right, I'll put this down. Let me just see if I can get a double view here. Some of the things like these can be used. All right, so anybody that's new to the group, I just want to put in that hopefully you went up to the featured area on the top, and you will see, let me get this to the side, you will see that there's a featured section. In that section, you'll find what we're currently doing. Most of the time it's in there, but like I told you, I had some problems this week. And also you will see the calendar for what our challenges. We have a Christmas challenge this month. Everything Christmas. I put a list of stuff on there, but you can do what you want as long as it's a Christmas theme. At the end of the month, I do Happy Mail. I just sent out some really good Happy Mail this month. I get rid of some stuff. But just so you know that, usually there's a little reward for that. But basically the idea, I'm going over these, it's okay, is to get you painting. And if you're in the ATC group, which is up in the chats, see where it says chat? I don't know if it's a general, there's two of them in there. One I'm going to take out eventually, but there's information I wanted to leave in there. So you can join our chat, and every now and then they'll trade cards. And I trade every month in there, whether it's one person or 20. Usually it's not that many. And at the end of the month, I give out Happy Mail for that too. Lately, I've just been given, artwork. But if you send me a trade, I will send you one. It doesn't have to be a card trade. It can be anything you want to create. I don't really care. In fact, I just started doing that with this group, I think before Christmas of last year. And I didn't know, I had seen it, but I didn't know, like Barb's in it, that there's so many people doing it, and they're doing actual playing cards. It's really cool because you can mail, if they're light, up to 3 cards for 1 stamp. So it's a good gig. And you get somebody's artwork. There's some pretty decent artists out there. Who knows, you might have a Van Gogh someday, a little Van Gogh. Yourself a nice little collection built up, and just trade cards. There's a couple big free groups out there. One has over 3,000. I go on there and I look, I get ideas. I know Barb's in it, but it's so big, it's the same thing. I don't know how anybody can figure out what's going on. But I like going in there and looking around, and I get some ideas from them. But I'm still kind of a small group, so yeah. I don't pay for advertising, and I don't use AI really, so yeah, that's how they get ahead faster. Yeah. Yep. I used to spend a little bit on it, but I didn't really see a big results. I just didn't. All right. Not for the kind of thing that I do. A couple of my friends that did real well at it, they do like the business end of it, or they teach like the tech part of it, things like that. It's not really just artwork. A lot of artists out there. Okay, so see, I just kind of filled it in. I didn't worry about the edges because I can go back and cut into that with the next color. So that was a flat brush. Now I'm going to get probably a medium-sized round. Well, I got kind of a flat one here. Or a medium round, whatever you got. Let's see what you got. Not too big. Okay. And I'm going to edge this in the red. And that is that red. Good enough on here. I had these in my wet palette, so let me move this over. In my wet palette. But have fun with it. I hadn't done this before, this one, so I seen it. I was going to do it before class, so then I got to do it again. So you guys can kind of work with me as I think through it. Now, these little swirls here, do I really want these? I don't know yet. I can put them in after. I think I'm just going to dab some gold in, like I did on my vintage Santa. Yeah, so just go through and fill it in. What else? So if you're new, we got stuff going on. Sometimes on Saturdays I do readings. I just found all my books. I haven't read them all. They're all inspiration. So depending on time, my time mostly, I'll read like, a paragraph or, I got like Art Matters, The War of Art, all kinds of stuff like that. I just read a little something just to get you inspired and keep you painting. Sometimes we need a little inspiration, right? Right, guys? Sometimes nothing works, really. It just comes and goes. It's amazing. But the best thing to do is just sit down in that chair and do something. Even if it's awful, you'll get better. Yeah. And if you haven't been there a while, it's like riding a bike. You might be need a little toning, but you'll You'll get back into it and you'll remember things. So just paint. Well, let's make his gloves red too. I think he needs like a lot of red. We'll do the red because the yellow will end up with orange. So we'll do this now. You should always do the brighter colors first anyways. And dry him. If you ain't got a dryer, just wait a few minutes. It doesn't take long with acrylic. Do his gloves in red. Alright. I gotta do his face before I add any like color. Or we'll end up with pink. Okay. My dryer out. Where is it? Yeah, so I got a batch of thumbprint jelly cookies out. My youngest daughter's absolute favorite. So I had to do them, of course. And I do a double batch of sugar cookies. I did some chocolate peanut butter ones, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do. It took all my energy. I did the other ones last, so I freeze them. They're fine. Got some black in there. Yeah, I don't know what I did with those stencils. Well, I found the tree stencils, but I can't find the snowflake on it. I don't know. Too many papers here. Then we do the challenge, and then we do the chat challenge. So that's a lot. I'm on here every Saturday at 4 o'clock. Rain or shine. 1 person or 50. I'm on here. And a lot of people rewatch. You're talking about that business group. Sometimes, like, I only have a couple people, and I'll get like 10 rewatches. So I have just put hashtag rewatch. You don't even have to do that, but I do that to keep track of who's watching what and what they're interested in. That's how I figure it out. And then usually they'll like, and that's good for me because I get paid for likes and shares and all that stuff now. Some new thing they're doing. So it doesn't pay a lot, but, you know, if it's a couple dollars, I'll take the coffee money, you know. So, you know, every time you like and share and all that stuff now, it's something new. It's content monetization. Means they get paid for it. But so, you know, I keep track of what's popular so I can keep posting it so I can make a little money. It's not a ton of money, but just I don't know if you know that, but that's what a lot of the groups do. So if you like somebody, you like their group, make sure you like and share and comment. That's another thing. They like comments too. I know it's crazy, right? It's a different world now, folks. Different world. I'm going to put the white in next. So I'm just going to go in with this little kind of a flat brush. And I'm going to come in here. I'm going to kind of go around the eyes and stuff so I remember where they were. Now this I'm going to do white too, but I'm going to, like a bluish white and then go over it with some more white. There's a dirty brush with the pink, so it's going to look a little pink up here, but that's okay. Let me go around here and just get some face in. Oh, what a morning, that stupid computer. I love my laptop though, because, you know, I can like watch it's like right here. Before it was like up here. It was a big laptop. I bought it, thought, oh, I would need it, you know, because I was doing like I like copy my paintings and stuff. So I was like, thought it was a good idea. Well, it's a nice laptop, but it finally bit the dust. So I'm not worried about how this goes on exactly. Just get it on there. Then I'm going to do right here the body. I don't worry about a dirty brush as long as it's not too dark because it kind of picks up on highlights and stuff. Gives a really cool look. In fact, a lot of paintings when you're doing acrylic, you actually do want to kind of use a dirty brush. I'm going to go over this a couple times so I can whiten this up more so you can see it's a little pink. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, in our group last night, we did that hat. Anybody seen that hat that I Only this all that new stuff that I do is all in the membership, paid membership, cheap paid membership. I haven't really opened it up, but if anybody wants to join, all you gotta do is ask. I'll let you know what we're doing. Okay, now what is this? This must be an arm. The body must be, right? Must be. So it's $21 a month, you know. I will be going up when I open it. Maybe until next year at this point. Not a big group, but it has all my original paintings. And I design them all. The only thing in that group is the stuff that I do. We had a couple years ago, I did like a path, and you can learn all kinds of stuff I stick in there, everything from paintbrushes to videos. And then I did this last night. Isn't it pretty? In my group, we did it on a... I think I found my thing. This is a big one. Isn't that pretty? That is, I think there must have been magic in that old black cat. That's what I call it. And then, we don't have time. My next class is the 20th. We have class every 2 weeks. I did this in a small one, but I have a big one on the wall. Isn't that pretty? With a pot. And we're going to do that sometime, I think, next week. My birthday's this week, so tomorrow, so I'm going to probably go out to dinner and do stuff. So there's the painting right there. Can you see it? Isn't that beautiful? So we're doing that right now, so, or this coming week. So, and then after Christmas, I got a cardinal painting I'm doing. And a church. That'll be January. I guarantee you one painting a month, but really, I do two. All right, so now, after I made a big old mess over here, my hobby, let's do this star in yellow. Let it dry a little bit. So I come right here with the yellow. Yeah, so always got stuff going on over there too. Did a pop-up class a couple weeks ago, just to add on extra class, because sometimes, depending on the schedule, it's a little weird how it works out, so I just threw in another class. If you guys remember that with the red background, my abstract Christmas tree. So easy to do. It looks really hard, but it's not. It's fun stuff. Really easy. Oh, fun. We have a lot of fun over there. Hey, Jim, I don't know if you're on here still, Jim, but Lori said hey, and she's glad you guys told me about your surgery. She's glad to hear you're all right. Yeah. Yeah, Lori's had some medical problems herself. She's doing all right, though. She's doing all right. Now, the nose in this one is really big. I didn't like it, so I just made it a little smaller. You can change anything up anytime you want. So I got kind of a flat brush here, and I'm just going through and doing my yellow. You can get your detail brush, like there's a small part over here. I'm going to get my detail brush. It's a cute little painting. I might even put some sparkles on, because I think some sparkles make this look cute. I think like Christmas time, everything needs sparkles, or gold. Everything needs a little pizzazz. I like color, though. Okay. Hey, Kat. Hey, Barb. Hey, Joellen. Isn't he cute? The tracer's right in there. Sorry, I came on early because I was doing other stuff. I was showing everybody how I cut up my cards on my machine there, or whatever it is. I know there's a name for it, but I don't know the name for it. I was ready. I'm going to be downloading some stuff, because I finally figured it out. I got the new desktop version, or for iPad. You're going to be getting this tracer for your grandchildren or whoever. And I got, remember how we did the Thanksgiving one? Well, this is the gingerbread man one. And you get the, aren't they cute? I think you could use these for ornaments. Put them on like maybe a cardboard background. And there's the circle. So aren't they cute? I'm going to download that later or tomorrow. And this. So I've had them, but I haven't been able to do anything because I can't. Your Facebook pages, business pages, are different than what you see in front of you. So all that little stuff that goes on, I have to do that. So without the business page part, you can't transfer stuff in. You can't send stuff over. You know, it's different. Not on the business page. You can do it with your private stuff, but not out in the public business pages or groups. Groups is a whole nother thing. A whole nother genre. So I get my little tiny brush out here. I'm going to detail this little corner right here. Maybe this little corner right here. I'm probably going to highlight that a little bit more too, I think. And what should I do with the scarf? I did the red hands, and maybe I'll do this like in a green and white, maybe? That sounds good. My kids got me in the mail today. They got me. I've been wanting them. They had gotten me some new, like, I don't know what I was low on wood spoons. That is a green on wood spoons, anyways. So they bought me this set from Walmart. So let me tell you something. It looked really pretty, but they were like, I can't explain it. The thing started shedding. One day I'm making soup or something, and a piece of the wood comes off. So they ended up getting me a new set, and I love it. It's got my name on it, and it's really cute. So, let me get some green here. That doesn't look very green to me. So I got that today in the mail. Yeah. Got my car back. My daughter, it's white right here. My daughter had to use it because her car was in that tornado, in May. And, they had to tear down a church. They tore down a bunch of buildings. So everybody and their brothers trying to get their work in. Now, hers was drivable, but the lady next to her, the car flipped. What a time. I mean, they're still fixing stuff in the store. Some places never reopened. It was bad. I mean, we never get weather like that. It was just a freak storm. So she finally got her car in, and they can't get the parts. The insurance company's a bunch of crap. And anyways, long story short, she did get the rental, and the guy says it's a good thing you waited and used your mom's car because, 9 times out of 10, most of these cars are in there longer. I know I've had that happen where I ended up selling one car because I could never get parts for it. It was like always months. And finally one day the guy says, I can't get the part for this. So I sold it. I didn't say nothing. I sold it right back to the dealership. Nope. Crazy, right? I forget what was going on that time. It wasn't tariffs or anything. It was something else. I'm not sure what this is right here. What is that? I'm just going to paint that in blue and white. I don't know if where's the thing? What's that supposed to be? I must have made a mistake when it was happened. I'm just going to fill that in with blue and white. I thought it was like more of his body, but that would be kind of dysmorphia, wouldn't it? Yeah, so, car for like 2 weeks. So every time somebody came around, it's like, hey, take me down here, take me over there. Miss my car, man. Need my car. All right, so I filled that in. That's better. Let's do it green and red. I think that would be pretty. Green and red. Make it nice and bright. Green and red. Well, there's going to be a line here, so we got to fix that up. But I could add a little white. Kind of go in between here a little bit. Make it kind of pinky. Yeah, that's all right. Over here. Yeah, so we're doing more tracer type stuff. But if you want a little fancier stuff in my membership, you can do it. You can leave anytime you want. But if you just want to play and learn some new stuff, plenty of stuff in there, guys. Some of the girls have been there straight from the beginning. I've been in that group, I think I've had it close to 4 years. I was looking up dates because that business group I'm in there trying to say, everybody look up your dates, see how long you've been doing it. I think she's been doing it 5. I thought I started with her, but I think I must have started a year later. Jamie Norvell. Now I could take a little black. I think I might outline this a little bit with some black. You can do this with a Posca pen if you're not real good with your hands. When I put my pinky down, just make sure where you put your pinky down it's kind of dry. I might put a little fringe on this too. How do you guys feel about fringe? I think I need some fringe. Yeah. My sister Lisa is the youngest girl, and I'm the oldest girl, but she's also next to the youngest child. And her birthday is the 5th. And my brother that died, he was quite young, birthday is today. And mine is tomorrow. And I have a sister that was born on Thanksgiving. I remember because I took care of the kids. My mother was in the hospital. And back then they let you stay home. And for that, I remember like her not being there for Thanksgiving. We had to eat at my grandmother's or something. I forget now, but yeah. So there's 4 of us like in 2 weeks. So I didn't have the best birthdays. I mean, I didn't really complain, but I remember one year when I was older and I had kids, and me and my mom were out on a garage sale or something, or some kind of something, craft fair or something. I'm putting all different colors in here. And she was like, I was like, well, she asked me about my birthday. I said, you know, Mom, I am getting sick of crawling underneath the Christmas tree for my birthday present. Well, you know, we were at that craft fair, and she threw this beautiful, I don't even know where it is, beautiful little set of earrings and jewelry, bracelet and a necklace. And here, so you wanted to crawl on the tree. It's one of those things I had to laugh. Of course, you know, sometimes we didn't learn to shut up, right? All right, so I got like all different colors in the ends there. Makes it a little fun. Did it my own way. And let's get a little bigger brush. I'm going to go over that white a little bit before I move on. Go on over this white a little bit. Make it really white. Really white. So I was going to take her over a little bit. She said she got me something too, my sister. But it snowed so bad here. And they had to trade cars, and my granddaughter lucked out because she went up and, you know, I forget. She met her up there, I think, right? I forget all of it. They got the car back here. My daughter had to work, so, oop, I got some black in here. Crap. So she, just brush. Got back here with the car, and I was like terrified she's gonna get hurt. It was bad. I got a little black in this paint over here. Time to clean my palette. So she made it back. But it literally snowed 3 days straight. Buffalo got 6 foot. My daughter lives in the Tug Hill area up near Watertown. They got 4 foot hammered. And I think we got like close to 2 foot. Believe me, that's enough. It just didn't stop snowing. And then it got cold, you know. See, I got a lot of other colors over here on this white paint. It's causing some problems here. It's all right, like I said, ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now on the bottom, I'm gonna take a little bit of that violet and blue. I'm gonna kind of streak some in here. You'll see why in a minute. Then I'm gonna get some fresh white because I got so much dirt in that white, other colors. Mud, I got mud in there. I keep my paint in a wet palette, and after a while, some of the colors kind of bleed through. I got other colors around it, they're kind of bled through underneath. So, all right, so now I took that purple. It'll give me like a little depth here, so I'm gonna kind of swirl into it with my white. And I'll bring some of that violet and blue right up in here too. Get rid of that black I got in there by accident. Get my fresh white in there. Then what'll happen is I can take a little bit of that purple or blue and kind of go like this, and then I have you can see where one begins and the other one ends. While it's wet, you can blend. Take this white, so you can see that little line there. There, that's better. We're going to color this into the, move this up. You guys see this? Hey, Cindy. Yeah, the weather here is like, well, it's not unusual, but really we've been lucky because like the last 5 years have really been nothing. Because this is quite a bit of snow for us now, but this is not unusual. It's just we hadn't had it like this in a while. It's going to be 40 on Monday. It'll melt half of it. My daughter wanted to get me a snowblower. I gave it away to my grandson's friend there. It wasn't that old. It's an electric one. I says, I don't think I'm going to need it because I was here in the winter last year. One day it got real bad, and a couple days like now, and then it melted. So I'm like, but I seen a guy across the street. You know, they're all older people around here. Not really across the street, kind of across the street. He uses this push mower or push one. I'm making like little circular ones here with some blue. And it's got like little wheels. It's a shovel, but you push it like a walker with the handles. They run around $50 to $100. I'm thinking I might get that because there's another couple farther down. I see them trying to get their snowblower out, and they're an older couple. It's all retired people here, and they were struggling. I says, "Oh, I don't need that, and I don't want to paint. It's not a big enough for me to pay anybody really. It's mostly grass. I had to pay somebody to do that. So, and there's usually a kid around somewhere. Someone will come and help me, do it." But I shovel like down the stairs and the back stairs and, but I can't do the whole driveway. But so far, I have enough snow, except for now. And I really don't think it's going to last. So there you go. I kind of made little circles with the blue and the white. It gives it a little bit of interest. What's on here? Sometimes with different people from down there, but I find it's better now that I got the iPad. I think my computer was just getting old. Can you see how I did swirls in his little tail there? You see that? I don't know if you can see that. I got 2 lights up here. All right, so now I'm going to do a little more yellow. Light it up a little bit more. Oh, I'm buffering, guys. You're probably going to lose me a second. It's buffering. Okay, not here, but on the iPad's buffering. Crazy, crazy. This is just a cute little snowman. He's just cute. A kid could probably do this too. It'd be fun for a child. This, I don't think this is in the children's section, but they have it all sectioned up. I'm not sure. This was in their tracer, or what they call SVG. It's downloadable. I don't have to go through. There's different things you gotta do to get, you gotta be in a group, number one. But the, what do they call that? Oh, I can't think of it. It's like a group of things you can download out of it. Anything really, as long as it's in a group. Yes, Cindy. It's right in the main scroll, but I did put it up in the guides. I just got my guides section fixed. Just figured it out. So I just put it in the guides. I'm moving. You're going to see I'm going to be moving a lot of stuff here in the next couple of weeks because I wasn't able to do nothing since I got this iPad. So now I'm going to spend a lot of time moving everything into the guides so that, it'll just keep going in the scroll and you'll never find it. So I got, I can go a couple months and I'm good, but if I go too long, it's way down there. It takes forever. So you gotta have a business desktop. I just got it all fixed. Yeah, so it's there. So now I'm gonna take that little bit of yellow and some red, or you can just, if I got orange, take some orange. But you can make the yellow and red and make yourself an orange. But I'm like running out of yellow here. I got a gallon of it in the other room I gotta bring in. I got some containers my sister got me. So I'm gonna use them. I have a lot of orange out. Your brush is too big. Get a small brush for the nose here. Or same thing. I got my Posco pens and my canvas, so I can do another. I was going to do that other class there, but you guys, I got Kat and Lori. I got my. It came early. I got my canvas today, and I think my Costco pens in there. So I'm pretty happy. So I could colored ones. I don't have colored Posco. I have the off-brand, but I've been running some good specials. There you go. Got a little orange nose. I made it a little smaller than in the picture. I can't do the. I'm gonna do his buttons in red too instead of the black. I do them in red. If anybody does these, make sure you post them in the group. Give other people ideas what you did, just for fun. Now I'm going to do up here, I did this blue and purple and little swirlies, little purple. I got a little blue. So those colors are actually in snow. And I'm just going to kind of swirl this on. Or you could even just like dab if you want to. You could do this bit. You could dab it, give it some texture. Now that actually looks nice. So pick up some blue and purple, put a bunch of white on there, and dab away. That looks good. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, just let me know anytime if you want to get in. I'm probably going to do, I did that free class, no one signed up. But you know something I thought about it? It was 1 o'clock on a Tuesday. I don't think most people are home. So I was like, I don't know. It was just a last minute thing. So I am going to pick out a painting and do some night. I think most people would be available. So anyways, when I'm not sure. Maybe next week. I'm not sure. I got a lot of Christmas stuff going on. I got a bunch of wrapping. Not really a ton, but it's like my least favorite thing to do. It's like, you know, the first couple ones, you're like really into it. And then by the third one, you're like, go to the dollar store and get me some bags. I save my bags too. Like, what do you save your bags for? Because I know I'm not going to want to wrap everything. Some of the stuff you got to, but isn't that funny? They're very popular, those bags are. A little blue in here, a little white. So funny. It's true though. So I'm just dabbing away here. Make it look fluffy. Gotta do some snowflakes too. A few highlights. Gotta do the eyes and the kohl around the mouth. Sometimes I forget stuff and then I usually check it out before I post it. Because, I'm talking and painting, it doesn't come out as good. Better when I concentrate. And I go back and I'm like, hey, I forgot the nose or something stupid. It's true though. Alright, let's see. I'll kind of dab some on here too because I kind of think that'll match better. Just dabby dab. Just going up and down, just dabbing it. Gives it like a lot of texture. There's actually a name for it, but I can't think of it right now. Actually, there's a name for it. All right, that kind of gives it a little bit of a look there. All right, let's get some black and do his eyes because that's got to be cool. So I got a small brush here, so I'm gonna go right in. I think a little bit smaller brush. Let's see what I got. Small as you can go. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of artists don't, but when I use when I make white, sometimes I use a dab of a light purple or a light blue, because that is actually in the spectrum of white. White is supposed to be no color, but there is violet light in it. Well, you'd have to take classes, but like off in the distance, just about always, the horizon will have some violet in it. And when you plant, if you put purple plants in the back, nobody will see them. If you put front, they will. Whereas orange and red are very bright, and you'll see them just about anywhere you put them. But purple or violet is in the color of snow. So I put that as a base, and then I go back over the top of it with white, and you'll see like it makes the snow look more separated. You can see what it does. It gives it like a really cool look. So just not a lot, just a tiny bit. But you could literally just do the whole base like in blue or purple, and then dab over it with a white, and it looks so much better. Now, if I just do it with the white, that's good too. But like in this case, it would show up. You'd have to put something dark right here so you could see where the snowman began and the snowbank ends. So just something I do. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I do it when I make little things or big things. It just looks better to me. Now you could leave his eyes plain, or you could add a little highlight if you want to. Or let's give him like a little blue in his eye. I'm just going to give him just a little blue eye here. Blue. Alright, so now I'm going to take that same black. I'm going to wet that brush. The black's got kind of thick sitting here on my palette. I'm going to add some water to my black. Thin it out a little bit so it moves better. And then I'm going to... Well, there's 2 on each side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Actually, because it's thinner, I could actually add another one here. That would be fine. Then I'm going to put a white highlight on that nose. Yeah. You put a white highlight on this. Make a little thumb here. Probably should do it the other way. A little highlight on this red here. Let's kind of outline this star a little bit with some white. Actually, I think I'm going to do a little bit of that gold. Where's that gold? I got that gold. Gold did not get in the tube. Or you could use probably black, but I don't know. I just feel like I should use something, but nothing, not black. But you could use a Posca pen if you got one. Doesn't want to close. Let's take that gold. Don't mind that gold. Maybe a little bit bigger brush. Yeah. Let's do some gold. I don't know, I put like a sled I used to have in my house. I'm going to give it to my daughter on the back porch. And I got the lights in the window and, you know, put some flowers down in the pots and, you know, fake flowers, poinsettias. And it keeps getting knocked over. It's a huge sled, old-fashioned sled. And I've had problems before. I think it's like, at first I thought it was a ghost or something, but I think just I sit so high and on that particular side. It's just the way this light comes, or the way the, you know, air comes around that corner, it just knocks it over. So I'm gonna bring it back in anyway. So, but yeah, my chair and everything. Then I thought it was him, but it wasn't him. It's just happening overnight. It happened. But we had one really windy day. It literally knocked over like a 10-pound pot. So yeah, that's how bad it was. All right, so I'm gonna like dab a little gold into this hat too. Yeah. like I did my other hat, like I did my vintage Santa. I'm just going to kind of dab. You could use the end of your brush and do like little perfect snow, but I'm going to put snow in too, so just kind of mash it in there. Or you could do those little swirls that's in the pattern, or you could do, you know, you could put on with some bubble wrap or something, give it a little texture. Could use a wide up paper towel, something to give it a little texture, whatever you want. It just needs a little sparkle, a little pizzazz. Pizzazz. You can pull a bit on his gloves a little bit if I want to. There you go. A little bit on his buttons here. A little bit on the scarf too. Alright, so now, put a little bit of yellow on that nose too, a little bit of yellow. So now I want to make some, I take that blue and purple again too and make some little, whoops, make some little snowbanks here, so there's a little something going on down here. Couple little snowbanks. Some purple. And then some white over the top of that. There. Yeah, so it gives a little something, something. Something, something. So now, we want to do, you see what I mean, Cindy? Yeah, it just gives it a little texture. Yeah, the snow is beautiful. As long as you ain't got to drive in it. I mean, I love it. Look out the window, it's gorgeous. I don't even mind going out on the porch and stuff, but the driving is horrific. It's just, yeah, my car is good in the snow. I don't like an SUV. I had an SUV. I like a wide and low. I grew up in a mechanic household, and that's the best thing to have. Make sure you got snow tires. Daddy started teaching me how to drive when I was a baby. I could drive when I was 5 years old. Get on this lap. My grandma lived in a trailer park. He let me drive. I might have been younger than that. And then when I first started learning to drive, he'd take me out in the parking lots and make me do wheelies, you know, donuts. So I've been driving all my life, and I just like a nice wide car. I miss all those cars from the 70s and 80s. You know, I had a Charger, you know, those things. Well, I hiked it up in the back, but they were low and wide, and you didn't skid as much as long as you had snow tires. All right, so the SUVs, they roll like a bubble. Like one time, me and my husband, there was a really bad storm up here, and every car that was stuck was an SUV. Some are literally, they just roll over. I've seen it happen. So give me a nice low wide car, and they're cheaper too, really. Yeah, those SUVs, they just like think you act like you gotta have them. It's just prestige. And me, I just want something that gets me down the road. I had so many cars. My father kept giving me cars. I had no payments, but I drove some real junkers. But they were all trade-ins. And he knew what ran good and what didn't. So, you know, it kept me going for a lot of years without having to buy a car payment. Yeah. I had some really pretty ones, too. Some really nice ones. But, like I said, it doesn't hold no fascination. As long as it gets me where I'm going. But the snow, oh, most important thing is those snow tires, boy. All right, so now I'm going to make me some little snowflakes. I was looking for my stencil, but I don't know. It went over here somewhere. It's over here. I've seen it fly by me. So I'm just going to make this and go like that. I'm going to make it more even instead of like that. And then you could take the end of your brush and put like this. There's one. Then you could do, let's do one down here, make like a cross. And then I take my little end of my brush. Choop, 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 choop. You could do more if you want to. Yeah. Let's do one more. Let's do it up here. I think I'm buffering again. Am I buffering? Oh, was there a storm somewhere? Yes. They were heavier. You see those SUVs, man, they're nothing but a big bubble. They go into a skid, oh, forget it. And you just bubble, you just roll. It's like a big, just, you know. And I have done that. I've skidded. So it's just, they tell you, we had a lot of snow squalls. You know, the sun will be out and then you'll get this snow squall so bad, you can't see. So they tell you to pull over. They had certain areas here, they nobody on the road. They didn't want to hear about whatever your reason was. No one was allowed on the road. Parts of Erie, which is not too far from here. You know, you weren't allowed to get on the, you know, throughway or anything. Horrific. Oh, so terrifying. And usually, you know, I tell people, I'm not as scared of my driving. I'm scared of other people's driving. I'll see them. If I'm the only one on the road, I am happy. If I'm in the city driving, you're more likely to get hit in a city, you know, than out in the country. But there's stop signs and there's people. Now, if you get that guy got killed, you go off the side of the road, no one's going to find. The snow's coming down so heavy, it covers your car up. Nobody finds you, you know. I remember they found this lady in a snowbank years ago, like in the spring, because the snowbanks used to get so bad here. Snow is not like what it used to be. My daughter gets a snowpack, and literally it's just snow. They can't get it all up the whole winter. Well, it's not like that here anymore. It melts a lot, and then you get ice, which is horrific. But yeah, I've done a few skids myself. So I just made a whole bunch of snowflakes. Isn't he cute? I think he's adorable. I think I'm going to put some sparkles on the star. That's what I'm going to do. Let me turn this around. He'd be cute next to a door, right? He'd be cute like maybe on a stocking. If I got a big stocking, wouldn't it be cute on a stocking? I think so. You'd have to get a little fabric paint. Well, not necessarily. Depends on the stocking. If you get a nice smooth surface, I don't think you'd have to. Cute. He needs some sparkle and shine too. I'm like into the sparkles. In the wintertime, I just like, people are like, how long do I leave my tree up? I'm gonna do some here. It started years ago as a joke because I was so busy all the time and the kids didn't care. And my husband, he always griped about putting it up too early. He finally just gave up and just do whatever you want. You know, because he didn't really have to do anything with it except for when I used to get the real trees. But once I started doing the fake tree, I had to put up myself. You know, then he didn't care. You know, so anyways. So I had it up right through Valentine's Day. They kept saying I should decorate it. So then they kept teasing me. So then say, you know, I'm Irish. So I went to the dollar store and I bought like Irish hats and the green things. I got a lot of them free. You get the parades. I got like wads of them in a box. And I did them all the way around it. And I did like hats on it. I had all kinds of hats around the parade. You got all that free stuff and dollar store. You couldn't find a lot of stuff at that time. So I would grab whatever I could. That one, I got a picture of it somewhere. It came out so cute. I got a big green top hat on the top. Beer signs on it. Cute. So then I didn't do that for a couple of years. Then I think like 2020, like somewhere right before, well, he had found he had cancer stuff. My mother had been sick, you know. There was a lot of rough years, last 10 years, 6 years, 7 years. So I would just, I loved it because the winters are so depressing up here, so depressing. And it's just like, I always felt like I have this little Picasso lamp my mother gave me. It's a snowman. It's all white and gold. And I'd leave that out, and I'd leave some white lights out. And so I said, why don't I just leave the tree up, you know? So then it just kind of gained tradition. I just started doing it every year. So then during COVID, I was reading that people were putting it up early. So now they say people that put their trees up early are healthy. They're more sane. It's just one year I had seasonal depression. I'd heard of it, We had 22 days. Like, I think there was one day with sun in a row. I don't know if it was February. And I called the doctor. I said, I'm so depressed. She goes, well, you know, Diana, but we had a lot of complaints. So, and then it was on the news, on the local news. So I loaded up on vitamin D, you know. And she said, try to get some sun. I bought one of those lamps that sit in front of the lamp, you know. Try to sit in front of a window, go sit on the porch if it's cold, just because we need the light. So, you know, that's how dark it gets up here. So that tree just makes me feel better. I leave it on all night long. I don't care. I only got 2 sets of lights on it. It's lit right now, so I got a pink one. And it just makes me feel better, you know. And it's just so dreary here. Oh, it's horrible in the winter. There's no sun. It's dark at like, it's almost dark now, right? I got an automatic timer for my light outside, and it's like, comes on 4:15, and it's dark. Isn't that cute? So he's a keeper. I'll post it when I get done here. So I'm going to do I'm making some more those little wood ornaments. And I'm making you guys little cards. And those will be in the mail sometime this week. I got stamps. I got some pretty Christmas stamps. But I was in sticker shock over the price of stamps. It just disgusted with everything. I mean, some things you can see why they would charge what they do. But, yeah, it's a little out of hand. Yeah, this can't, I just put this on, the size it's in my, my water paper, or, you know, watercolor paper. It's a 9 by 12, but the paper on the internet, you know, on your copier is like 8 by 10.5 or 8.5 by 10. So anything in that range from 8 by 10, 11 by 12, or 11 by 14 will work, because you can position it wherever you want. You could be a bigger snowbank or a bigger sky, you know. So any of those sizes would be good, Cindy. And as far as the colors go, I've never done this one before, so pick out your own colors, or you can go back and watch this. Have any of you guys had any problems with rewinding? I was just reading this in my business group that I don't know if it might not be in the groups, but I think it's on the main page. I have to okay for you to rewind that and rewatch it. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's something new. I thought everybody was rewinding. Yeah, I got some here. I made the wood ones, but I'm going to do a few more. The ones we did in classes, give them to you guys. Put a few extra people in there. It's okay, Jimmy. We got to send out to everybody. Whoever you want to trade with. It's you guys' business. But I'm going to send 8 people I put on here, all my regular people. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this afternoon. Like I said, I got more cards to make. I got some cookies to put in the freezer. I got presents to wrap. I hate wrapping papers. I did like 2. I'm done. I only have a bunch more. I'm ready to get some bags. Yeah, so I got to do that. But I got tomorrow. I feel like a full-time job. I do this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. By Sunday, I'm like, and then that whole thing with this iPad, I never even thought of it. I thought, you know, I don't know what I thought, but I just thought it would be just like my laptop. Well, it's not. And you know, the iPad is newer than the laptops. Now, I found out that Facebook, must be other ones too, has a laptop, what they call it, desktop version, but evidently they haven't, the iOS they call it, they haven't updated it with Safari, which is what I use for my Facebook and all my stuff. And I got some, but I couldn't get all of it. And then I tried several times to get through there. I went on YouTube, and the people in my group didn't even know how to do it. What's the business group, right? So, but they're artists. So I went over to YouTube, and somewhere in there, someone mentioned that you got to use Chrome. Or actually, I think Facebook suggested it, and it went in and came out. So I said, you know something, let me try Chrome. Came right up. Well, I had to put in newest version or desktop version of Facebook. Came right up. Not a problem. It's like, son of a gun. And I knew it was right because all the stuff I had on my laptop, because it's a laptop version, was on there. I'm like, oh, thank God. So I went right over there, and the first thing I did to make sure it worked was I put in this tracer. So it's working. Like I said, we're going to have some new stuff in your tray. I mean, it's little Christmas presents. I'm going to put in this little coloring page. I was thinking of using this little snowflakes out there. You could do it to trace them on. And I got this thing you can make. This comes off. I have a laptop. I have my ink comes. I on a monthly thing with my ink, and it comes and they give me all this free stuff. I download it. And this comes with it. I'll put that in there for you. Then you could put these like on cardboard or cardstock or something if you want to, if it's permanent. And then here's the circle. You could like maybe do this copy on the cardboard. That's what I thought. And maybe just have the kids with just one of those little dollar store glue sticks, glue this to it. Yeah, just really cute. Or you could use it for anything else. Maybe make a card out of it. That would be cute. So those will be in there sometime tonight or tomorrow. I'm like exhausted from this stupid Facebook stuff. And then, you know, I got to trade everything over in this group and the other group. And I had this iPad like for a month and a half. I'm way behind. So that's going to be a project and everything where I want it. And I'll be busy. So you guys have a great night. And thanks for coming. I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. I always say make great art. But what I think is that just make art. Just do it. like do it. You know. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great afternoon. Bye.